I'm following along. I was going to ask Ray about the symbols of an alien sky. So I know, Ray, I know you're not an expert on it, and David Talbot and Walt Thornhill. Those are, I'm assuming those are some of the people that originated this idea. But I did want to ask you, like in a Vernadskian sense, if what they're talking about in Saturn and Venus and Mars created some kind of amazing electrical conformation thousands of years ago, like, and it blocked out our sun, how would that have changed? How would that have changed, like, evolution in us? Like, if we didn't have the heat source of the sun radiating down on the planet,
and the changing magnetic fields, I think our brain development is very susceptible to the weak magnetic fields of the Earth, and those are changed by events on the sun. Velikovsky and several other people have theorized that it was these solar system events that created the great religious myths, stories of the flood and so on, being actual historical memory of interactions, a spark passing between Venus and Earth, for example.
They call it the Great Period. Do you think? But well, I guess I could be not understanding, but in the Vernadskian sense, the sun is like essential to the evolution and the complexifying nature of throwing energy into a system. Would Saturn be that, or the Venus, would that have taken the role of our sun? And besides the magnetic fields, the heat being thrown at the Earth, would that have been that could have led to some superior evolution of humans and interactions and things, or what?
Have you ever read the guy that intended to debunk astrology and ended up confirming that he could see effects of the 5 heavy planets, or the 5 nearby planets, not Mercury, but the biggest and closest planets showed an influence on personalities according to their birth time. Michel Gauquelin was the French guy who wanted to debunk it. But
cosmic clocks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So those planets being in very close proximity would have changed everything. That's right to say?
Yeah. Our time, the actual passage of time, and intensity of chemical reactions, everything influenced by gravitational fields, the concentration of neutrinos. That was Horace Dudley's idea that could explain the Michelson-Morley ether drag, that if neutrinos have a taste for associating with mass, then they tend to form a gradient, getting more concentrated towards the center of the Earth and dropping off at high altitudes. And so when Miller took his apparatus up either to higher mountains or put it into holes in the ground, deep basements, he found less drag at high altitude and more drag in the basements, consistent with Dudley's idea that the neutrino sea constitutes the luminiferous ether that used to be in the textbooks.